So here we are out in the shop. This is some old growth larch that's been coder sawn. I guess you can step back a bit. They got enough to trim out quite a few windows in our 1913 house we're rebuilding. If you can see the vertical grain in that, let me see if I can fix that. I'm probably going to have to take this, actually that might be the, there we go, that's a good side. Probably going to take it down on the planer and sand, tongue oil, sand, give it a hand rub polish. Let's see, we've got 100 board feet, roughly about 100 board feet of this stuff. It's gorgeous. It was all hand sawn locally. We're going to finish milling it up, make some headers out of it. I'll show you how the process we're going to do that, but I wanted to share a little bandsaw score. This was my yeah, and this is the garage wood shop here. There's the late 1800s wood stove with the mica covered. Here's our bike station in highly need of a cleaning. My buddy James lent me his really nice 220 planer Delta, little joiner action. Wired 220 over here so we could change the cabinet saw to 220. There's the awesome Makita over here, chop saw laser. I've got one of my wings set up from when I used to do trim work. It's an oak wing on a bench. The other one, there's just not room for it here, so you have to flip the boards, but works pretty good. Compound miter, little tunage going on. Some awesome ski benches, ski tuning benches that Chewy made for me that we'll be using. Right now the shop is definitely messy, but there's always projects going on. So this is a mill that Chewy gave me too that we've got over here, which is pretty awesome. Got to have the job site radio, of course. This is also a awesome 220 compressor I scored for my buddy Rick. So now when I'm working on the Volvo and other cars, I got enough air pressure to actually run some higher end tools that need a little bit more pressure to run. I forget the term. I think it's, let's go look here, CFM or something like that. Of course I don't, there we go. Oh, SCFM, that's for you Chewy, because we had a big talk about this, whether it was CFM or SCFM. Air delivery 12 SCFM at 40 psi, 10 SCFM at 90. So with that you can definitely uncrank some bolts. I don't have anything bigger than a Mac Air tool. What's my Mac Air tool? Oh, it is 1/2 inch drive, but that compressor will run a 3/8 or a 3/4, I mean. So anyways, this was another Craigslist score I nailed. It's a really nice jet, 14-inch bandsaw with integrated stand. When I first brought it home, I set it up. It didn't really work that well. I've done some research on it and figured out the guy who owned it just never took the time to set it up. So some tips you'll find on eBay that are on YouTube that are really important on this. For one thing, the pulley, this pulley, and then there's another pulley behind this case here. These pulleys were way off. They were never lined up, so that's really what you want to start with, is lining the engine pulley up to the pulley that is on the bottom wheel of your bandsaw. So that's the first thing we did. Then we went ahead and open this up here, and open this up. You want to take a straight edge, and you want to line up these two wheels and these two wheels, which I did. They were way off. There's an alignment over here. It's called co-planing your wheels to make sure your wheels are planed together. You want to make sure your blade's going to be centered on that. That's actually what's going to center the blade on the wheel itself. So this it came with a blade on it, and the guy, it was way off. So I set all that up. Got a Craig. Let me line it up here a little bit better. It's not going to focus. Sorry, guys. I don't know really why that won't work. But anyways, this is a Craig Engineering resaw fence that's been really handy for doing some stuff. I'm just going to show you really quick. It does have cool blocks, which I set up properly, and the tension bearing on the back was also, none of this stuff was set up properly. So I've actually gone with a Timberwolf blade, which you actually do a lot less tension on that. So if anyone needs to know how to set those up, I can show them what the flutter is to set that up. That made a huge difference. I think that mostly people just over tension those blades. So anyways, so set the guide blocks up properly, square the table properly, bearings are reset up properly. We're going to fire this up. I'm going to show you how good it works. Just hang on just a second.